owners who make modifications, whether it be for just speed or appearance. Lisa Honeywell looks at the growing animosity between so-called hoons and the law enforcers.
No secret, there's a war out on our roads.
I think the police should leave us alone.
We just need them to be safer.
On one side, the owners of these revved up rods.
Would you call yourself a hoon?
No, I'm an everyday cruiser.
On the other, police.
A lot of the young fellas make a very, very fast car that won't handle and won't stop.
No traffic offence needed for police to pounce on cars modified to this level. 22-year-old Andrew Middy Midson thinks it's unfair.
They need to separate the street racers and people doing burnouts from the people who just love their cars and just driving around to show them off.
Middy has spent $70,000 on his modified Nissan Silvia, which he drives at professional drifting titles. He's a Queensland champion, but says he leaves the heavy stuff for the racetrack. Nevertheless, most times he ventures out, police swoop.
Pretty much 9 out of 10 times I take my car out, I'll get defected.
The bills add up.
$6 grand, maybe.
$6,000 in fines.
Yeah.
A glove box full of tickets to prove it.
Vehicle not complying, defective notice with all the things I have to fix.
Police make no excuses.
We've got a lot of concerns at the way the young fellas are modifying their cars.
These among the banned modifications. Carbon fibre bonnets.
Which looks lovely, is very lightweight, but from the risk point of view, we've got open vents here that if there was a fire under the bonnet or an oil discharge from any of the high-pressure oil lines, it's going to come straight back into your windscreen, obscuring your visibility.
Also illegal, sharp rear wings.
The sharp edges here. As a pedestrian injury situation, if someone was to walk in and be struck by the side of this vehicle, you'd lose a limb, possibly fatal consequences. You can have these, but they need to be designed with the nice rounded moulded edges for safety.
You can also be fined for lowered suspension.
We need a full 100mm ground clearance. It affects the suspension and handling of the vehicle. You can see how it's already been damaged here by striking the road.
Police argue it's all about safety. Offenders don't buy it.
The vehicle being this slow, it improves handling.
Wrong, say police.
Our engineers have looked at it, experts, and they've confirmed that it is dangerous.
The penalties just keep increasing. A defect like this can land you a $260 fine. Still not enough to deter some offenders.
Everyone's got their rules, but some of them are pretty stupid.
That from Sergeant Waters' own son, Ian, who's copped some hefty fines in his time for his modified RX-7.
Just having your car too low or too loud or too big of wheels, too many gauges, just little things.
Car dealers like Dominic Student say it's tough keeping on top of what's legal and what's not.
It changes all the time. In the last 12 months, a lot of items that were legal are now illegal, so it's very, very difficult.
Self-confessed petrol head Rodney Brown is pretty confident his pride and joy complies.
That's got my piece of paper that's been given to me by an engineer who's gone over it, so I'm going on what an expert tells me.
Rodney understands why young guys are drawn to car modification, but agrees with the police crackdown.
I think in some respects the law is there to protect a lot of people.
Are hoons simply being picked on?
No, the issues are there, the deaths are occurring, the injury accidents.
But are the penalties working? In many cases, it appears not.
It's extremely frustrating. We see the money that they spend on the cars. The fines are getting heavier and heavier.
Police are holding an awareness day at Brookside Shopping Centre this Saturday, drawing young people in with vehicle displays and giveaways, and plenty of information about what's legal and what's not.
Very disappointing. About to order one of those big wings for the back of the Datsun 180B, but never mind. Stay with us here on Extra after the break. How to win tickets to the new movie Madagascar. And